of Florida. I'm the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese, and we now will bring you week one picks as we will do every week this season, and we've brought to you for the last 3 years. I am joined by Gil Bay, Ironman Santos, and Jose Carlos Gomes. Very happy to have them back for the whole season. Got a nice flow going. I'm really happy with the way this is going so far. We've brought you 2 shows already, our AFC picks and our NFC picks, and now we're bringing you our week one NFL picks. And we'll see how things go. We'll see if we come up with a lock show this week for our spread picks. But right now, we're just going to give you picks that are not against the spread, so you can go play your pro line ticket. Or in Gil's case, your 17-team money line play, which we all know Gil loves to play. We'll you might want to listen to him on that. He catches those sometimes, So pay attention. You guys want to listen to this, okay? Especially Jose, he's a 3-time champ, but I've seen Gil catch these crazy parlays before, so we'll see what happens. So let's start with Thursday. And Thursday is, as usual, not a very good game, as the Dallas Cowboys, after trading Micah Parsons, go to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles, who are the defending champs, and they're going to have the banner raised. Now, I'm always cautious when there's a banner raising about how a team's going to react, if they're going to be too chilled, if they're not going to be as emotional, they're going to be too emotional and crying and getting the rings. But they're playing the Eagles. They're playing the Cowboys. And the Eagles have outscored the Cowboys 70-13 the last 2 games. I got the Eagles, and the Eagles by a lot. Gil, who do you got?
Well, it's a big game divisionally, right? And I doubt the Eagles are going to lose this one at home. They're not letting Dallas ruin it for them. It'd be heartbreaking for them and the fans. So I think the Eagles are going to give it to Dallas.
Jose?
I agree with you guys. I think Dallas is right in the right game for the Eagles to kick off the season. The Eagles probably will struggle at the beginning, like every Super Bowl championship team, and then they'll just click on in the second half, and therefore the only way that the Cowboys are staying close in the game is if their offense keeps them in the game, and that Eagles defense is pretty tough. So give me the Eagles.
All right, now we go to Brazil, where the Kansas City Chiefs are taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Let me just say, I hate these games that are in Europe. I'm not a fan. They always are bad games, except for the Green Bay Philly game last year, which is pretty wild. But I don't like these games in Europe, but they're still trying to, get popular over there, I guess. And then Jacksonville has home games in Wembley all the time, so whatever. So Kansas City plays the Chargers. The Chargers have some injury concerns to start the year. They lost they had a major injury with the left tackle. That's going to cause some issues when Chris Jones comes running in on Herbert. I'm not a fan of either one of these teams. I like Jim Harbaugh a lot as a coach, which is why I picked the Chargers a lot last year. But they frustrate me to no end because of their quarterback. And because of that, there's no way I'm taking Herbert to beat Mahomes in an opening game. So I'm taking the Chiefs. And the Chargers, I need to see it before I believe it. Gil?
Well, to me, the winner of this game is who parties the less. They're in Brazil. They're going to be samba. They're going to be, we know what football players do, right? They're going to be doing cocaine and stuff. Like, who knows? We watch Ballers, right, guys? We saw. So to me, it's whoever's going to party less. They're not in the States. They're in Brazil. Party atmosphere. This is which coach can contain their players to go to their hotel rooms early. And with that said, I'm going to say the Chiefs.
Yeah, because Jim Harbaugh might be in on the cocaine eating and sniffing and stuff. Without that guy with his khaki pants going crazy on the sideline, so we never know. Jose.
I like the Chargers here, man. I think they're gonna run that ball down their throat. Like Gil says, I think they're gonna party here less because Jim Harbaugh is not a party coach. He's more serious. He'll take it more serious, and then Andy Reid's gonna be eating some picanha over there and freaking going crazy in those barbecues. So he's not gonna be worried about the football game. But like I said, I think the Chargers they'll squeak this one out. I think the run game will, especially with Hampton in there and stuff. I think it's an upgrade for them at running back, and their defense, I think, will keep Chiefs in check. Their wide receivers, they have nobody there, so I don't know. I think give me the Chargers and the Colts.
All right, let's go to Tampa Bay at Atlanta. As you all know, I picked Tampa Bay to win the division, to finish as the top seed in the NFC, and I have Baker Mayfield for MVP vote. So let me tell you something. I am not picking them to lose at Atlanta. So I got the Bucks. Gil.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a good game to start off in that division. Atlanta does need to beat the Bucks in this game if they want a shot at the division. This is really a crucial one right for them, but I'm going to think they're going to fall short, and I think the Bucks win.
Jose, you successfully took the Falcons back-to-back last year against Tampa, even though you're wrong about them winning the division. Who do you got in this game?
You know what? First game of the season, Phoenix, London, Bijan Robinson. I think they're gonna do it. I think they'll beat the Bucks in this game. I think the injuries still at wide receiver is gonna hurt the Bucks. The only healthy wide receiver that they have is Evans. Godwin's coming off a serious knee injury. How good is he gonna be? McMillan or whatever, like the other rookie running wide receiver last year, I think he's hurt too. So
Emeka's there though.
What's that?
Emeka's there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I just first game of the season, give me the Atlanta at home. I think they'll pull it off.
I mean, they did it twice last year. No reason to not take them this year. Yeah, we'll see. I think Tampa's got to play at Houston the following week, so they better win this game because that Houston game is going to be tough. Now we go to the biggest revenge game of the entire season as the Pittsburgh Steelers go to the Jets. Aaron Rodgers makes his return to New York with his new team. He was just named captain of the Steelers today because they want to put on a PR stunt and make it seem like Rodgers is the greatest person in the world after last season. I'm not buying it. I'm picking the Jets at home to beat Aaron Rodgers and make Pittsburgh already suffer in week one. Gil, what do you got?
Well, that's a gutsy pick there, Reese. I'm going to say the Steelers because the only way the Jets beat the Steelers is if Justin Fields can run for his life on that Pittsburgh defense, which is going to be very hard. And that Pittsburgh defense is gonna be Cubine spying on him the whole time. I think Steelers defense is just too good for Fields. Unless they get the ball to Wilson, which is going to be hard. I just feel like Fields is going to be scrambling every play. I think the Steelers win.
Okay, Jose. Your pick, Jose.
Give me the Steelers. I think the Steelers defense will come up big. You know what? They played against Fields last year in practice, so they know what he's all about. They're gonna try to force him to throw the ball, and there comes the picks. And especially in that secondary where they upgraded, and Rodgers will do his little thing, just hand off the ball, play smart, don't have to do anything stupid, and they can win that game. So give me the Steelers.
All right, now let's go to the Miami Dolphins, who are the biggest mystery team in the NFL this year. But they're not a big mystery when they go to Indy to play Daniel Jones. So as bad as Miami has been, when they play bad teams, they typically win the game. It's when they play good teams they don't win. And so, having said that, the Colts are not a good team, and they're starting Daniel Jones. So I'm taking the Dolphins to win at Indy. Gil.
I don't know. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to give this Dolphin defense a run for their money because the Colts defense is not too bad either. Like they're okay, but they do have Tyreek Hill and stuff. I'm going to go with the Colts. I just have this gut feeling the Colts are going to win this one.
Are you a believer in Daniel Jones?
No, I'm a believer in Jonathan Taylor is going to carry this team. That's what I believe in, and I think the Colts are going to win. the games that they can't stop the run. Whatever teams they face that they can't stop the run, they got a chance of winning. So I think the Dolphins are going to be a team that can't stop the run.
I mean, the Colts somehow won 8 games last year, so they're going to win some games. I just don't know which ones they're going to be. Jose, who do you like?
I hate the Colts, so give me the Dolphins. I think what? As bad as the Dolphins defense is, they still have the offensive weapons there. You still have Waddle, you still have Tyreek Hill, you got a Tua healthy, so when he's there, they put up numbers. It's not like they don't put up numbers. So you know what? I think they'll outscore the Colts, and they'll just stack the box and force Jones to throw the ball, which I think he's gonna screw up like he always does, and that'll give Miami a chance to win that game. So I'm taking the Dolphins.
Danny Dimes about to be throwing some picks. Yeah, I think this is a big season for Tyreek Hill. Whether he wants to stay in Miami or not, he's an older receiver that has to prove he can play if he wants to go to a team that contends. So I think this is a big season for him. He's got to show that he still has game left. I was very happy to get him in the 5th round of the fantasy draft after picking him number 2 overall last year. So we'll see what he does. Now let's go to Carolina. They're going to Jacksonville to take on the Jags. These two teams are both not very good. The thought is that Jacksonville with Travis Hunter and some new offensive weapons will be better. Carolina is a team that's trying to improve, that's drafted a wide receiver to help Bryce Young out. So both these teams are trying to help their young quarterbacks out. This is solely a home pick. I'll take the Jags at home in their home opener. That is the only reason, because I don't like either team. I know Gil doesn't either, so good luck, Gil. Who do you got?
I'm going to do what you just did. I'm just going to go Jags home.
Yeah. Like, there's no other reason, honestly. Jose?
Give me the Panthers, man. I think the Panthers will win this game. I think the Chuba Hubbard will have a good field day running the ball. And I think freaking Young is better quarterback than Lawrence. And he'll make more plays. He'll make more plays, and they will win the game.
I do like his reason. Young's better than Lawrence. I like that. This is how Jose gets an upper hand. He makes these weird picks, and then he gets 2 or 3 games up early. All right, I'm not going to waste too much time with this one. I know that Jose and Gil are fans of the Giants, but they're not beating Washington in their home opener against Jaden Daniels and the boys. So I got the Commanders. I know Gil doesn't like to say their name because it's Biden's team, but I'm picking the Commanders. Gil, G-Men or Commanders? Or G-Men or C-Men? How about that? G-Men or C-Men for Gil?
You know what? I'm gonna go to G-Men. I think they're gonna pull this upset. They're gonna show that they're here to play, and I think the Commanders corners are gonna have a hard time with Neighbors. I'm gonna take the
defense struggled. Yeah, their defense wasn't good last year. We'll see if their rookies work out, but you're right. We'll see if their defense is improved. Dan Quinn's there. He's supposed to be able to improve these things, so we'll see. Jose, any upset for you?
Nope. Jaden Daniels is my MVP, so he's gonna ball out this game. I think like now it's Trump's team, so we can call them the Redskins again because Trump wants to put back the Redskins on the team. So give me the Redskins.
That's right. Trump wants to change the name back. To Gil's point, they did have 2 very close games last year, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. I think both their games were within 3 points. So Gil, maybe with Russell Wilson, we'll see. Oh my God, Gil, I'm so sorry we have to talk about this game. The Arizona Cardinals are going to New Orleans to take on the Saints. This is like picking the best garbage can you see on the field. Okay, Arizona at least has a football team. New Orleans has Alvin Kamara. So as a result of Arizona having more of a football team, I'm going to take the Cardinals. Gil?
Taking the Cardinals. They'll have a hard time stopping Murray. He's going to roll around. And, what's New Orleans going to do? Give Kamara 30 handoffs? I don't know. He's going to get tired. I think the Cardinals win that one.
Gil, their quarterbacks in New Orleans are Spencer Rattler and some guy named Tyler Slow. I don't think I'll pick the New Orleans all year unless some quarterback named Fast comes along, okay? Like, I'm not going to pick New Orleans not one game this whole year.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose's already smiling. Maybe he's going to do it. Jose, who do you got?
I'll give me the Cardinals. I just, you know what? Like, it's not going to be. I'm not defending them, but I think the Saints will have a good offensive team, man. They have Olave coming back.
Really?
They have weapons. Like, they have a good offensive weapons. I'm not saying they're good. Their defense is weak, I think, but they have the offensive weapons. They just need a quarterback. But so, like I said, they probably will tank this year, and hopefully they can get a number one overall pick next year. Maybe get the Manning or whatever, or whoever's a good quarterback. So, but yeah, no, give me Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. They'll win. They'll win this game.
All right, now we get to the Cincinnati Bengals, who are a horrible starting team. They're 1-11 in their last 5 years under Zach Taylor and with Burrow starting. They lost to New England at home last year. This is a disaster of a starting team. They go to Cleveland to take down the Browns. If the Bengals lose this game, I know we can't do it now, but I'm picking them to miss the playoffs if they lose this game. They better beat the freaking Browns to start the season. I know they have trouble winning in Cleveland, so I know this. But they better not lose to Joe Flacco and the Browns their first game, or they're missing the playoffs again, and that coach is going to get fired before the season ends. But I got the Bengals. They'll outscore the Browns. Gil?
Yeah, same thing. I just finished talking how I think Burrow's gonna have a big year. I think the Bengals offense is just too much for Cleveland.
Man, the Cleveland defense is scary. They
Well,
better
don't
not
don't
play.
count Cleveland out because the
I
Bengals
know.
don't have
I
good
know.
defense.
I know.
Right? We also have to understand the Bengals don't have good defense, so be careful.
Yeah, Myles Garrett gets to Burrow, it's trouble. So we'll see. The offensive line is still a question mark in Cincy. Jose?
Give me the Bengals. I think the Bengals will win this game too. Um, I think they'll have more firepower. They'll outscore the Browns. If you're depending your season on Joe Flacco, guy that's like almost 40 years old, you're in trouble. Last year, you saw what he did in Indy.
Oh my God.
He stunk up the place. So don't expect miracles from him. Like I see maybe Shador Sanders coming into in the league this year. He'll be playing this year by the end of the year. I'll tell you right now, and he'll be their future quarterback. I'll tell you, he'll be their future quarterback. Gabriel is not that ready for the NFL. What I seen in preseason against backup players, he struggled. When he plays against real players, he's gonna struggle the same. Yeah, in saying that, I'm taking the Bengals. This year, they've been playing preseason to get them ready for the regular season. That's the one thing that they never did before. So, and when they played, they put up points right away. So it's not expect a Jamar Chase for a touchdown for 65 yards first play right away. That's what I'm thinking right away.
Yeah,
But anyways, yeah, give me the Bengals.
The only problem is they played preseason and the defense sucks still. That's the only issue.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay, let's go to this is the game of intriguing playoff surprises. You know how every team there's a team that surprises that missed the playoffs that makes the playoffs. These are these two teams. The Raiders are a trendy pick to make the playoffs, as are the Patriots. They're facing each other week one. I will say the winner of this team has a better chance to make the playoffs. I like Vegas's weapons better, believe it or not. I like Brock Bowers. I like Amari Cooper. I like Jacoby Myers. I like the wide receiver draft pick. I can't remember his Jack something right now. I like Austin Genty and I like Geno Smith. I think they'll be an improved team. Pete Carroll's a really good coach. Their defense is garbage. I'm hoping that because they run the ball more, their defense will stay off the field more. And I'll pick Vegas to win this game in New England. I think with Diggs possibly out week one, they'll struggle offensively, and Vegas pulls out the win. Gil, who do you got?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to take Vegas as well. I just think the Patriots fall short on this one. Bowers is going to be a big thing for this game, and Genty. Like if he's good as he was in college, it's going to be hard for the Patriots to stop. So I just think the Patriots are just going to have to regroup after this game.
And Geno Smith, he's a lot of things. Gil's favorite Italian quarterback, but in the play action, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And so if Genty runs the ball well and they can play action, the Raiders are going to be a problem on offense. Jose.
I'm taking the Patriots, man. I think the Patriots last year they improved, and this year with all the signings and their team that they have, I think especially with Henderson at running back, I think he's going to be a handful, just like Gentry, and I think they'll be fine. I think they'll beat the Raiders. The Raiders wide receiver course. If you guys think Kobe Myers is a good wide receiver, then so be it. But I don't think he's a good wide receiver. I think they'll run the football. I think it's going to be a running game. It's going to be a low scoring defensive battle, and I think the Patriots pull it off with a last minute field goal type of thing. So I'm picking the Patriots.
All right, so now we go to the game of the week for me and Jose. The San Francisco 49ers go to Seattle to take on the Seabags. Jose, you picked the Seabags to win the division and the 49ers to miss the playoffs, so I assume you have the Seabags winning this game.
I picked the Rams to win the
Pick the
division
Rams
and
to
the
win the
Seabacks to
division.
finish second.
Oh, sorry, did you? Okay, yeah, okay, my bad. Gil picked
Yeah,
the Seabags.
so I'm gonna take the Bags. I think the Bags they have more to. I think they have more. I think the wide receiver injuries is gonna affect the 49ers first game of the seasons. I think depending on Ricky Purcell right away in the beginning, you're gonna have to go with Christian McCaffrey going crazy, and hopefully that they don't injure him right away at the beginning. So I'm just gonna take the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks have a better team than the Niners. So give me the Seahawks at home. So yeah.
All right. I will not be getting on Jose at all this year for picking against San Francisco because I think this team is in a lot of trouble this year. I'm trying to keep the faith because of their weak schedule. I'm taking the 49ers in this game, and let me tell you why. I know they have a lot of injuries. They've still got Kittle and McCaffrey out there. But here's the reason why. The Seabags really struggled at home last year. They were a really bad home team last year. They didn't win a lot of games. The 49ers beat them in Seattle last year. Seattle did make the playoffs, but barely, despite the fact that they had a bad home record. So I'm going to take the 49ers to win this game and hope that that leads to them getting healthier and then having a better record. Gil, you picked the Seabags to win the division, so you must have the Seabags in this game.
Yeah, I have this game. This game's gonna be 12-9.
Oh my God.
Seattle's gonna kick that last field goal at the end, and I think they're gonna win. So that's what I feel about this game. It's very low scoring. I think there's gonna be a lot of punts, and the teams are just gonna try to start feeling each other off and see what they got. But I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I could be wrong, but yeah, but I think Seattle pulls this one off.
Well, the new Seattle coach, as far as you know, is a defensive style coach, so they're going to run the ball a lot and try to protect Arnold. And so, yeah, they're probably going to have low scoring games. I mean, Purdy's going to have to be great. Like, this is it. He got his $50 million. If the 49ers are going to win, he's going to have to be great. And if he's not, then they're going to miss the playoffs. So it's as simple as that. Let's get to Tennessee. Cam Ward was picked number one, Gil, and his reward was to face the best defense in the NFL. That's not going to end well. I got the Broncos. Gil?
Yeah, I don't think we have to even speak about this. Denver's going to win that game at home in Mile High. Cam Ward, he's probably not even able to breathe there. He forgot that he has to go into a chamber to decompress to find air. Yeah, Denver's going to just, I think, eat him alive. Like he's like this Tennessee team has no idea what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, this might be one of the better bets of the week. It's only 7.5 the line, guys. Like, you might want to jump on that one. Jose?
Yeah, give me Denver at home. I think they'll be way. I think they're gonna be good this year, the Denver Broncos, man. And like I said, I picked them to win the division. They upgraded defensively, offensively, so they're gonna be really good. They're gonna be really good, and especially Bo Nix already last year played pretty good and made the playoffs. And now this year, we'll see if it's going to be a sophomore jinx or not, but I don't think so. I think he has the right coach to help him out. So give me the Broncos at home.
Okay, let's get to the game of the week for Gil. The Detroit Lions go to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Home opener with Micah Parsons, provided his back injury from his contract is okay, will make his debut for the Packers. Detroit starting anew, all the new offensive coordinators. Got a lot of their injured players back. This is going to be a high scoring game. I believe Jordan Love will play week 1. It won't be Malik Willis, at least I hope not. And so therefore, I'll take the Packers at home. Gil, I know you're worried about this game. Who do you got?
Well, the way I feel, I know I took Lions from the division, but the way I feel, it's in Lambeau, right? So I think Green Bay takes the Lambeau, and I think Detroit's going to win in Detroit. The only thing is, for the Packers this year, is I got to see if they can stop the run. They've had, and you guys know this, I've always told you guys, I hate watching them because they can't stop the run. So let's see how that goes. And we know Lions have Gibbs and Montgomery back there. But Goff's going to have a big he's going to have a big problem. Detroit, to win this game, has to run the ball.
Yes.
So, but I think the Packers sneak a field goal at the end and win this one.
If they try to throw the ball with Goff, it's going to be a disaster. There's going to be picks and sacks. So, yeah, they're going to have to run the ball a lot to win this game. Jose, who do you got?
First game of the season, Love hasn't been playing at all. It's going to be rusty. And I'm going to take the Lions in this one. I just think a quarterback that hasn't had any snaps during the preseason, coming off an injury, and I think with all the circus around Parsons, and he hasn't been practicing at a full speed because he wanted his contract and stuff like that. So he's not going to be in game shape, ready to go first game of the season. So I'm going to, it affects the team. I'm like, if you even noticed last year with the Niners, Trent Williams, Ayuk's and stuff like that, guys that haven't played preseason, it takes a little while for them to start kicking in. And for that, I'm taking, give me the Lions. I think they'll be ready for this game.
Do you think, Jose, that the Lions will have issues because they've lost their coordinators early?
They'll have it, but you still have that crazy weapons offensively, so they can figure it out. They can run the ball with Gibbs. They can throw little short passes to St. Brown. Their defense is improved now. You got Hutchinson back as well, so people don't remember that he's coming back off of injury. Man, they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. I picked the Packers to win. They'll win the division, but I think it's going to take time for Love to get back into game shape and stuff like that. So first week, it's always tough. Give me the Lions.
Okay. Again, week 1 is always tough, so I can't disagree with anyone's picks here. The Houston Texans, who I was a big fan of last year, I picked C.J. Stroud to win MVP, I believe, and I also picked Houston to make the Super Bowl. It didn't work out very well because they had a lot of injuries. This year, they're without Joe Mixon to start the year. But I am a less fan of the Rams than I am of the Texans. I don't believe Stafford is healthy. I think they're going to struggle passing the football. I do like the running game with Kyren Williams, and their defense has improved. But I'm going to take the Texans because I just believe they're the better team. Chubb's there with Pierce. They should be able to run it enough. I like their defense. It's going to be a low-scoring game, I think, just because I think early on Stafford's going to be rusty with that back. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to take the Texans. Gil?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. But Stratford has Williams. They have Devontae Adams as well. I think they're at home. As long as Stratford doesn't get hit, he should be fine. I think they sneak out the win. I think the Rams win at home.
Jose?
Like I said, I think it's going to be the same thing with the Green Bay game. With big injuries. I think he's going to be rusty. Houston Texans are one of the best, if not the best, defense in the league. Takeaways. getting quarterback pressure. I think they'll get pressure to the Rams. And I think they'll streak it out. I think they'll run the ball with Nick Chubb and Pearson, the committee that they have there, and then Nico Collins will do his thing. And yeah, give me the Texans in a close one.
All right, now to the game of the week for the entire world, which is the Buffalo Bills at home to the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday night. Now, this is a real football game. This is a great football game. Everyone will be watching. This very well could decide the AFC representative in the conference. It certainly did last year when KC beat Baltimore, and this is the same thing. The winner of this game will likely have the tiebreaker. I don't like how Buffalo ended their season defensively. They gave up 40 points in back-to-back games to the Rams and the Lions. The Ravens, on the other hand, got better defensively as the season went along. This is a battle of MVP candidates. A lot of people thought that Lamar should have won because he had the better stats, but Allen won because he had less weapons and had the record that no one expected. I'm going to take the Ravens here to get revenge on the Bills after losing the playoff game and after Baltimore killed them last year in the regular season. I'm taking the Ravens. I need to see Buffalo. Cook took some time off because of his contract. They have receiver issues. I need to see Buffalo in the first week, but I think the Ravens are more ready. The Ravens always kill everyone in the preseason, which I like. They're always ready to go week one, so I'll take the Ravens. Gil, who do you got?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game, but I agree with you. I think I'm gonna have to go Baltimore on this one. I just think the Bills didn't resolve their problems. They didn't give Allen a wide receiver, a number one receiver. And yeah, their defense kind of fell a little sloppy last year, you're right. So yeah, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be hard stopping Lamar and Henry, Flowers down the field. It's gonna be tough for for Buffalo to stop them. I'm gonna take Baltimore.
I mean, the word out of Buffalo is they're hoping that Keon Coleman becomes that number one receiver. I didn't see that last year, so they're putting a lot on that kid. Jose.
Where's the game in Buffalo?
In Buffalo.
Okay, give me Buffalo at home. I think you know what? Last year they beat them in the AFC game in the playoffs. I think they got better defensively. They're healthier now too. They got Matt Milano back. They got Joey Bosa too to get pressure on the quarterbacks. I think Keon Coleman will have a great year too. You know, he's a good wide receiver. He's more experienced, and I think this year is going to be the breakout year for him. They have Josh Palmer too. They picked up from the Chargers, which is a sneaky good weapon as well. They have James Cook as the running back. Man, playing at home in front of Buffalo fans. They're crazy. They're going to be putting themselves through tables before kickoff and power bombing each other through tables, and they're all and full of fire and stuff. So it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. So just give me the Bills in the first game of the season at home.
All right. Now we get to the Monday nighter as the Minnesota Vikings with J.J. McCarthy taking over a quarterback takes on the newly breaded Chicago Bears with their new new coach, who's the offensive coordinator for the Lions. Chicago opening up at home. I gotta go with the Bears. I need to see J.J. McCarthy play first. I know what I've seen out of Williams. I do know the Bears defense is good at home. I think they'll be able to take care of a rookie quarterback at home week one. So I'll go with the Bears. Gil?
You know, I hate both of these teams.
Oh yeah, there's no good pick here, Gil.
But my gut is going with the Bears for some reason. Yeah, I'm going to take Chicago.
Jose?
Give me the Bears at home. I think with the new coach, you know, he'll throw some weird plays that nobody's ever seen in Chicago, and they'll pull off they'll squeak out a win against the Vikings. You know that I won't be, but it's like one of these games that you can coin flip. You know what I mean? Because Minnesota is as good as, or even they can be as good as Chicago. And they improved the defensively, but I'm just taking based off of home field and stuff like that. That's it, pretty much it.
Yeah.
Because this is a toss-up game because they're two even teams, good defensively. We'll see how good the quarterbacks play this year. You know, you got Justin Jefferson as your wide receiver. You got Aduze as like it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
Yeah. We'll find out real quick if JJ McCarthy's a quarterback or not, because when you got to go to Chicago and you're a rookie, we saw with Trey Lance what happened. So we'll know right away if he's ready or not going to Chicago week 1. So it'll be an interesting game. Week 1's always tough. This is where things can go up and down right away. Jose always seems to have an early lead. Hopefully that changes this year. We got a lot of different picks. But that is our picks for week 1. We've given you 3 shows today. We're going to post them all up one at a time, so hopefully you guys view them all. I don't want to give you too much at once. I'll do one at a time, okay? AFC, NFC, then our week 1 picks. I'd like to thank Gil and Jose for coming on the show. I hope to have them every single week so we can have consistency here. I know you guys love to hear from them, especially when Gil starts talking about like cocaine and stuff. It's always fun. So, we got to keep them coming on the show every week. So we're going to give you the show on Wednesdays, probably release it on Thursdays most weeks. We're doing it Monday today because we got a fantasy draft on Wednesday. So that's our show for the week. For the month of North Angeles, that's Gilbay, Ironman Santos hoping for Super Bowls, and a very depressed Jose Carlos Gomes who has the Niners out of the playoffs. Not going to be a good year. We'll see you next week on the Reese Report, and hit my music.